Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Shafika binti Azman. My group number is AI 210105. I am from section 5. Today I want to do my task in for lab 5, which is understanding SOP and WSDL file. So, WSDL, which is Web Services Description Language file, is used to describe web service. It serves as a contract between the provider and consumer of the web service, defining how the service can be accessed, what operations it supports, the format of the request and response message, and also the protocols used for the communication. Some reasons why we need a WSDL file and what we can understand from it. First, um, service interface. The WSDL file provides a clear description of the operations exposed by the web service. It specifies in the input parameters, output result, and any faults or exception that can occur during the execution of those operations. Second, message format. The WSDL file defines the structure and data types of the message exchange between the service provider and consumer. It describes the XML schema for the request and response message, including the elements and their data types. Third is service endpoint. The WSDL file specifies the network location where the service is hosted, also known as the endpoint. It includes the URL or URI where the service can be accessed. Fourth, binding information, which is the WSDL file will provide details about the binding protocols used for communication. It describes how SOAP messages are exchanged, including transport protocol such as HTTP, and the message format such as SOP 1.1 or SOP 1.2. So the last one is service description. The WSDL file serves as a comprehensive documentation for the web service. It allows service consumers to understand the capabilities and requirements for the service and enabling them to integrate with it effectively. By examining a WSDL file, we can understand the overall structure of the web service, its operations and parameters, the expected format, message format, and the protocols used for communication. This understands this understanding helps developers and clients to interact with the web service correctly and build compatible client applications. So next, for the next question, which is WSDL file always can be related with SOP file because WSDL tells us that elements we should have inside a SOP so we should have inside a SOP. So the SOP file that I have matched with WSDL elements is like this, under this. On body SOP request, I have an S2 div which is divided. Um, so on WSDL part, uh, it have it's same to name equal to parameters and elements equal to DNS div. For the response, it's same also. I have an S2 div response. So the at the WSDL part have name equal to parameters and elements only add response to match with the body SOP response. Next, my understanding on web service. So far, I have learned that web service are software system that designed to enable communication and data exchange between different applications over a network, typically using standardized protocols such as HTTP and XML. So they also provide a platform, independent way for application to interact with each other, allowing seamless integration and interoperability. So for some example of problem or use cases where web services are commonly utilized that I have learned so far are first, of course, service-oriented architecture (SOA), which is the web service fundamental component of SOA, where applications are built as a collection of loosely coupled services. Each service exposes its functionality through a web service interface, allowing other services to access and utilize its capabilities. So, second, after I learned the SOA, I know about the data exchange and sharing, which is in web services are commonly employed to exchange data between different systems. So, for example, a weather forecasting services may expose a web service API that allows other applications to retrieve weather data based on specific location or time intervals. So, third, I learned about application programming interface, which is API provisioning. So, API in web services are a common way to provide APIs of third-party developers. Companies may expose web service APIs to allow external developers to integrate their service or access certain functionalities of their application. So overall, after I learned so far in web service, I have learned about XML, WSDL, HTML. So totally that I understand about this web service is about yeah, that's data exchange between application and software. Thank you.